Seochodong, Seoul. A landmark location packed with courts, prosecutors' offices, and law firms. Attorney Ahn Joo-hyung is an unusual presence here. He is employed by a law firm. He has been a salaried lawyer for a full 9 years. In the legal world driven by fame and profit, capable individuals often change jobs frequently. Most last no more than 5 years before starting their own practice or becoming a partner. Ahn Joo-hyung has never entertained such thoughts. With 9 years of honed experience, Ahn Joo-hyung possesses top-tier legal competence. Yet he still quietly receives his fixed monthly salary plus bonuses. He has never harbored any grand ambitions, nor does he wish to climb higher. Even occasional losses in court leave him completely unruffled. Many other lawyers work on different floors of the same law firm building. Ahn Joo-hyung is friends with 4 of them. These friends, like him, are salaried employee lawyers. After work or during breaks each day, the 5 gather for group meals at nearby restaurants or cafes. They form a dining group. They vent to each other about various trivial frustrations encountered at work. On this day, Ahn Joo-hyung randomly pulled one file from the mountain of documents piled up in the law firm. In this case, the defendant, Mr. Park, is visually impaired and also a tax accountant. Mr. Park was sued by a certain client. According to the client, he regularly did business with Mr. Park. That day, he requested a discount on the service fee. Unexpectedly, he claims he was inexplicably beaten by Mr. Park. In the first trial, Mr. Park admitted to the assault and was subsequently convicted of assault charges. But this time, Mr. Park tells Ahn Joo-hyung he did not beat the client. He says he chose to admit guilt initially only because he didn't want the matter escalated. He didn't want it to affect his job. However, he later changed his mind, determined to reveal the truth. He refuses to bear an innocent person's blame. Faced with Mr. Park's account, Ahn Joo-hyung appears extremely calm. He neither blindly believes it, nor tries to pick holes in the story to refute it. He simply remains impassive. He states he will review the relevant evidence and then contact him. This is Ahn Joo-hyung. After 9 years as a lawyer, having encountered countless lying clients, his passion has long since faded. He treats lawyering merely as an ordinary office worker's job. He knows the real world is not a television drama. He never speaks of ideals or passion. While reviewing the materials, Ahn Joo-hyung discovered a piece of message evidence submitted by the plaintiff. The recording clearly captured Mr. Park committing violence against the client. Photographs of the plaintiff's injured body parts in the documents also appeared to corroborate this claim. To verify Mr. Park's completely opposite statement, Ahn Joo-hyung reluctantly rose from his office chair. It seemed he would have to visit the scene. Leaving the law firm, Ahn Joo-hyung arrived at Mr. Park's apartment yawning. With a scrutinizing gaze, Ahn Joo-hyung noticed Mr. Park's apartment had been completely renovated. The interior layout was entirely different from before the incident. Additionally, the blind Mr. Park very expertly served water to Ahn Joo-hyung. Each of these small details was noted by Ahn Joo-hyung. Regarding the recording and photographs, Mr. Park explained, claiming the client broke items himself. He said the client spoke strange words and even hit himself. He orchestrated this framing plot against Mr. Park. Even the alleged discussion about a service fee discount, Mr. Park insisted never happened. Ahn Joo-hyung acutely sensed something was wrong. If no argument occurred between the 2 men, why would the client come to Mr. Park's apartment for no reason? To stage a deceptive act? Ahn Joo-hyung concluded internally that Mr. Park was hiding something. Back at the law firm, Ahn Joo-hyung meticulously checked every document. Ultimately, through rigorous logical analysis, he uncovered the truth. During their next meeting, Ahn Joo-hyung informed Mr. Park of his deduction. He discovered the client's registered address was identical to Mr. Park's address in the household registry. In other words, they were not simply a tax accountant and client. They were same-sex partners living together. Exposed, Mr. Park admitted Ahn Joo-hyung's deduction was correct. He and the client were former partners who had broken up. To avoid misunderstanding, the man disclosed everything he had hidden. According to his account, after they broke up, he demanded repayment of money lent during the relationship. The other man refused, leading to their conflict. He lied in the first trial because he didn't want their secret of coming out to be exposed. He wanted to protect his ex-partner's privacy. Ahn Joo-hyung saw the flaw immediately. If that was the case, Why then would Mr. Park change his mind and choose to appeal? Mr. Park remained silent. Ahn Joo-hyung spoke the remaining truth for him. Because Mr. Park wanted to protect his tax accountant license. After the first trial, his license faced revocation. Mr. Park weighed the situation and deemed ruining his future to protect his ex-partner unwise. During the court appearance, as Mr. Park's defense attorney, Ahn Joo-hyung completely denied the plaintiff's accusations. Yet he did not disclose their former partner relationship. He only stated they were close friends with a debt issue. He submitted evidence based on his observations at Mr. Park's home that day. This proved the plaintiff deliberately injured himself to frame Mr. Park. Through Ahn Joo-hyung's persuasive arguments, Mr. Park was acquitted in the second trial. Afterwards, Mr. Park thanked Ahn Joo-hyung. Ahn Joo-hyung remained cold as ice. Despite winning, he didn't fully believe Mr. Park's account. Defending clients, for him, was simply a job requiring rational judgment. It involved no emotional involvement. Outside work, Ahn Joo-hyung participated in blind dates. Each time he appeared gentlemanly toward the women, yet remained distant. He verbally agreed to meet again, but immediately deleted their contact details afterward. That evening, the dining group gathered at a new location. They were seeing off a friend who was resigning. Following this resignation, attorney Kang Hee-ji came to the law firm building to interview for the vacancy. Kang Hee-ji had less than a year of work experience, making her a newcomer to the legal field. She was idealistic about the real world. On her first day at work, Kang Hee-ji found a handover report on her desk. It specifically noted the dining group members' names at the bottom. One name was Ahn Joo-hyung. Kang Hee-ji seemed to recognize Ahn Joo-hyung. Kang Hee-ji found the dining group's contact information on her computer. She located their group chat. She scrolled through each member's profile one by one. Seeing Ahn Joo-hyung's background photo, Kang Hee-ji smiled faintly. That night, the dining group gathered again minus one member. Everyone anticipated the newcomer who would replace their resigned friend. They wondered who it might be. At that moment, Kang Hee-ji approached and saw this familiar yet unfamiliar face. Ahn Joo-hyung's eyes were filled with instant panic and shock. Ahn Joo-hyung never imagined the new member would be his old acquaintance Kang Hee-ji. After a brief moment of shock, Ahn Joo-hyung pretended Kang Hee-ji looked only vaguely familiar. Unexpectedly, Kang Hee-ji blurted out, claiming they had once been together. Ahn Joo-hyung panicked and hastily denied they had ever dated. He didn't expect Kang Hee-ji to trap him. Kang Hee-ji explained that by been together, she meant they had met in Hong Kong. At that time, Ahn Joo-hyung was still a law student. Moreover, they had agreed to meet again after returning to Korea. They considered each other decade-long confidants. Ahn Joo-hyung desperately hid his guiltiness. He asserted the reunion promise never existed. The next day, inside the law firm building's elevator, Ahn Joo-hyung proactively suggested Kang Hee-ji's memory was faulty. They never agreed to meet again. Kang Hee-ji quickly messaged him, insisting she remembered correctly. Ahn Joo-hyung's reply was just 2 perfunctory dots. Thinking of this, Kang Hee-ji wrote the word crazy next to Ahn Joo-hyung's name on the handover report. Today, the firm's representative assigned Kang Hee-ji a consultation case. A man, Mr. Jang, lives with his family in government-provided cheap public housing. Before moving in, Mr. Jang took a bank loan to pay the house's lease deposit. But recently, unable to repay this loan, bank personnel confronted Mr. Jang. According to the original agreement, Mr. Jang must forfeit the house used as collateral to the bank. Once forfeited, Mr. Jang's family will be homeless. Facing this crisis, Mr. Jang hoped the firm would provide free defense. Kang Hee-ji asked the representative if this was possible. She received a negative answer. The firm no longer does any pro bono work. From Mr. Jang, Kang Hee-ji learned the bank's lawyer worked on the floor below. Kang Hee-ji checked the documents. Indeed, the lawyer helping the bank sue Mr. Jang was Ahn Joo-hyung. Kang Hee-ji recalled that at yesterday's dinner gathering, Ahn Joo-hyung mentioned handling a real estate transfer lawsuit. Kang Hee-ji snorted softly. Basically, he was just helping banks evict tenants while acting cool. Mr. Jang begged Kang Hee-ji to assist him, hoping she could persuade the lawyer downstairs to withdraw the lawsuit. Kang Hee-ji felt conflicted. She knew Ahn Joo-hyung was merely doing his job for the bank. She had no right to interfere. At the next dinner gathering, Kang Hee-ji brought up this matter. Her words indirectly expressed dissatisfaction with Ahn Joo-hyung assisting the bank. Ahn Joo-hyung was direct. The other party failed to repay. He was simply taking measures for his client. His approach was perfectly justified. Learning Kang Hee-ji hadn't agreed to Mr. Jang's request to withdraw the lawsuit, Ahn Joo-hyung nodded with a subtle expression. Fortunately, Kang Hee-ji didn't meddle unnecessarily. Kang Hee-ji felt Ahn Joo-hyung was targeting her everywhere. She brought up their past reunion promise again. She believed if anyone should hold a grudge, it should be her against him. Ahn Joo-hyung remained expressionless. He once again emphasized he didn't know Kang Hee-ji before. At the next day's trial, Ahn Joo-hyung represented the bank in suing Mr. Jang. He demanded Mr. Jang either repay in full or surrender the house. Mr. Jang became emotional in court. He angrily accused Ahn Joo-hyung of siding entirely with the bank. He argued the government should protect vulnerable groups like him. Moreover, he wasn't deliberately avoiding debt but facing temporary financial strain. After the trial, Mr. Jang humbly asked Ahn Joo-hyung for a solution. Ahn Joo-hyung's face showed no emotion. He uttered coldly, "Mr. Jang must repay the money. As a lawyer, he must faithfully fulfill the client's demands." However, the situation took a sudden turn. The next day, Ahn Joo-hyung saw a newly issued Supreme Court precedent document. The precedent's circumstances were almost identical to Mr. Jang's dispute with the bank. According to the precedent, the bank could no longer forcibly evict the apartment tenant. In other words, if the bank continued the appeal, it might lose the lawsuit. Normally, Ahn Joo-hyung should advise the bank to withdraw the lawsuit, but he didn't intend to do so. The precedent came out last night. Mr. Jang certainly didn't know about it. Even the judge might not be aware yet. Therefore, Ahn Joo-hyung intended to conceal the precedent matter and continue helping the bank appeal. At the dinner gathering, Kang Hee-ji mentioned this precedent. She had also seen the precedent document last night. Learning Ahn Joo-hyung didn't plan to withdraw the lawsuit, Kang Hee-ji felt deeply puzzled. According to this precedent, the bank would definitely lose if the appeal continued. But Ahn Joo-hyung appeared unfazed. He hinted there was opportunity if the opposing lawyer didn't know about the precedent. Kang Hee-ji disliked Ahn Joo-hyung's trickery. She muttered again, "He wasn't just bad. He was a complete scoundrel." At the next trial, Ahn Joo-hyung came fully prepared. Unexpectedly, Mr. Jang submitted documents to the judge in court. The content was the recently issued precedent. It turned out that yesterday, to help the soon-to-be homeless Mr. Jang, Kang Hee-ji visited his home. She gave him the precedent materials. Seeing the unique first-line indentation on the documents, Ahn Joo-hyung immediately guessed Kang Hee-ji had outmaneuvered him. That specific indentation style was only used by Kang Hee-ji's law firm. Now the judge also knew about the new precedent. Ahn Joo-hyung couldn't continue the appeal. He had to state he would discuss withdrawal with his client. At the subsequent dinner gathering, facing Kang Hee-ji, Ahn Joo-hyung seemed annoyed. He blamed her for meddling unnecessarily. Kang Hee-ji defended herself. The Supreme Court had issued the latest precedent. She merely acted according to the precedent. She didn't fabricate facts. Additionally, in Kang Hee-ji's view, public housing exists to protect low-income groups like Mr. Jang. Only by following precedents could such vulnerable groups keep their hard-earned homes in the future. Kang Hee-ji believed Ahn Joo-hyung was too cruel. He only focused on helping clients. He completely lacked moral sympathy for vulnerable groups. Ahn Joo-hyung countered Kang Hee-ji's so-called morality word by word. He asked Kang Hee-ji if the bank was forced to withdraw the lawsuit. The bank suffered a silent loss and would stop lending to low-income people who won public housing lots. Then, even if these people obtained public housing, they couldn't move in due to lacking deposit funds from banks. Eventually, only ordinary citizens who obtained loans and repaid punctually would suffer losses. The world isn't distinctly divided and non-interfering. If one incident changes, Corresponding factors will trigger butterfly effect-like consequences. Kang Hee-ji still couldn't accept Ahn Joo-hyung's words. Instead, she emphasized individual dignity and value. She argued Ahn Joo-hyung focused on the big picture while neglecting individuals. Both reluctantly gave each other cold shoulders. Yet privately, both Ahn Joo-hyung and Kang Hee-ji were pondering the other's words. They reflected on their own convictions. Kang Hee-ji felt gloomy. She noticed the healing location written in a senior's handover report. A university track to watch people run. At night, Kang Hee-ji went to the track. She sat on a bench and sighed softly. Ahn Joo-hyung was also there, running. During a break, he noticed Kang Hee-ji nearby. Memories of the past flooded his mind. Actually, 10 years ago, Ahn Joo-hyung and Kang Hee-ji were lovers. Back then, they had passionately kissed under the nightlights.